think there's something wrong, fundamentally wrong, with the way men even think about women today. Look at all these alpha male channels, and they're having you, when anyone that you click on, bro, it is like this checklist. It's like all these responsibilities. You got to do this. You got to do this. But you got to be this. But you got to be this. And you got to do this. And bro, there's dudes that sell like courses on this stuff. They're making hundreds of thousands of dollars, probably millions. I mean, all like the whole business of trying to get like to sell men on how to make a woman like them or to keep women. Like, you see that the whole framework, this entire framework, is about worrying or being concerned with or preoccupied with what women want or how to keep them, like what they desire, what they actually want. I think that's where we're fucking up. I think that's where we're fucking up, bro. If I'm being honest, I just have this intuition that like you're not. I mean, personally, I'm at the point where that shit is exhausting to me. I mean, maybe you can call me selfish or you can just call me, whatever you want, but I'm at the point where I don't really believe in that. I just don't believe it. Like, say what you want about me. I don't believe it. I just don't. I'm not going to live in a world. I'm not going to live my life like concerned with what, like having this checklist in my mind and like trying to be like the perfect dude and checking all the boxes and making sure that a woman is, that my tone of voice is right, that I take her enough places, that I keep her interested, that I keep her entertained, and yet that I lead her, but I lead her firmly, but yet nonchalantly, but then I have to pass all these tests that she's gonna have, but it's like, but then you got to do some nice things, but you just also have to not care, but then you have to be yourself, and it's like, but being yourself is in stark contradiction to doing all the rest of it, because myself wouldn't do all the rest of it. Myself would just be myself. I think the main point here that I'm trying to make is I think that women, what they can sense more than anything, the deepest thing that they sense, the most fundamental thing that they sense in you, is if you are concerned with or trying to make them happy, or you're so preoccupied with making them happy. It shows they can sense this intuitively. It shows them that like you're not happy with yourself, with just yourself, and that's who they want. They only want a man who's like happy with himself, who's good with himself. And a man that's happy with himself doesn't really worry about losing women. You see what I mean? You're not worried about losing women. Like your concern shouldn't be to lose them. Oh no, I can't lose you. Oh no, you can't stray. Oh no, you can't cheat on me. Oh no, you can't disrespect me. I mean, disrespect is mostly just in your mind, bro. It's only disrespect if you believe that it is, really. I mean, it's everybody else will think that it's disrespect if you believe it. If you believe that it's disrespect. You notice that? You ever notice that? Like, there are a lot of things that, yeah, you're told like, oh, that's disrespectful, or oh, they disrespected you. Bro, most of those things, all these things that are supposed to be disrespectful to us, most of those things I don't even. I mean, say what you want about me. Maybe I'm just out here getting disrespected all the time. I'm just getting disrespect left and right. Ugh. But like, I don't think so. I don't feel disrespected. How could you? I mean, aren't I the only one who can disrespect me? I don't know. I don't feel, most of those things I wouldn't respond to. I just wouldn't even care about. Like, there's dudes, if you say like one wrong thing to them, they'll like blow up and like try to start a fight or something like that. There's dudes that can't even take a joke, you know? See what I mean? All these things that women do, like subtle like shit tests where they like say something like little snippy about you, or they say some passive aggressive comment or whatever. Like, in one sense you're told to like, oh, just let it go, but then in another sense you're told to like nip it in the bud and like make sure that they know like that's disrespect. Just it's like, bro, like who can worry about who can worry about all this, man? You see, like, you see what's going on? You see what's going on? Like, women have all these requirements. Like, alpha males, the alphas, all the alphas, these are apparently the alphas, right? These are the alphas that are telling us this. The dudes that drive nice cars and, they look good, and they're probably just jacked on steroids, but like they look good. And, they have all this experience with women, and they get women and they get bitches and all this stuff. They're telling us all these things you got to do. I don't know, bro. It kind of seems like all y'all are slaves, right? Kind of seems like all y'all are slaves to women. It seems like women have somehow tricked you guys. They've tricked even the alpha males into like doing the things that like all these things that women want. It's like, okay, maybe that's just a certain level of women. Maybe that's just most women. Maybe the 1 or 2% or 3% of women are actually fairly level-headed, have a good head on their shoulders. They don't need all that stuff. They don't need the 100 list of things that you need to accomplish. And if you miss one, then, they're going to cheat on you. Oh, you didn't have the right vocal tone. So you cheated on me? Yeah. All right. Okay. Wow. Don't you know you're supposed to have the right vocal tone? I don't know, man. I'm just kind of at a point where I don't really want to worry about what women want. You feel me? I'm tired of it. I'm tired of hearing about it. I'm tired of hearing about what women want. As if that's the only thing that matters. As if that's what I need to do in my life. Why should I care? Why should I care? How about I worry about what I want? And the people that are closest to me and that are my friends, okay? Yeah. Being good to friends, being good to the people that I care about, and being good to myself and prioritizing me. Why? I mean, it's just... And if they're just... They're so exhausting to interact with and to think about. It's exhausting to think about all the things that you have to do to, if you are in that frame of mind, if they're as complicated and as contradictory and recursive and whimsical and nonsensical as we think they are, as they may very well be, then you might as well just not even think about what a woman wants at all, because there is no end to it. There's no beginning. There was never a beginning. There'll never be an end. There is no like perfect, yeah, you just connect the dots here and make this perfect, like, fit the puzzle piece together, and then she's gonna, everything clicks into place. Oh, he's a man and he's got me and my pussy's his, and I'm just helpless to him, and blah 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 blah. I just don't think it's like that, bro. I think I don't know what women really are today. I mean, it's exhausting. It's exhausting enough just to make videos about women. You feel me? Why would I date a woman? Dating, I don't believe in dating. I don't know what that is. I don't know what women don't. They just don't seem like women to me. Women today don't seem like, I don't know what women are, but they don't seem like women. I don't know what dating is. Dating doesn't make sense to me. That seems really feminized. That seems cuckish. That just seems like stemming from a place of lack, of like trying. It seems all around like trying to like please the woman and do all the right things. And I don't know. Maybe I've just seen through a lot of why you need a relationship at all, like why you need a romantic relationship at all. I mean, sex would really be, I'm just being honest, bro. I'm just being honest. Like, sex is really, really be the only plus. And then, but that, I'm trying to get lust under control. So it's like, would that really even be a plus? No, it would drain me. And I would just, I don't know what's going on, man. It just don't. This whole women thing, I don't think we think about it. Like, why should there be all this content about what women want? You know what I mean? Isn't it weird? Would this content exist in ancient Rome? Would there be classes about how to get women and like what women want? I don't think so. In ancient Rome, there were probably no classes or courses or any teachings about how to get women or what women wanted. I'm pretty sure Romans didn't care what women wanted. And, that sounds very savage and very cavalier and just very disrespectful of women. But there's always this idea that I can never shake, which is, what if these enigmas, just complete mysteries that were dropped here, that have all these requirements, an endless list that can never be satisfied or satiated? What if their actual, real, what they get true desire and happiness from, and what actually satisfies them, is for us to not care what satisfies them? Isn't that a possibility? It's at least a possibility. We gotta consider it, right? We at least have to consider the possibility that maybe we've just all been tricked, and that all of us worrying about what women want is like, that's the problem. Worrying about what women want, that is the problem. Why are we? Why? If they don't make sense, if there's no logical, rational rhyme or reason to them, then why are we? You know what I mean? I'm just saying this from a completely intuitive sort of standpoint, where like, I don't really have I don't really have it in me to care anymore, like about what women want, or I guess I'm just tired of all this junk in my mind. I've seen what they do. I've seen what a lot of them do. And maybe they're all like lower level ones, I grant that. Maybe they're not higher level ones. Maybe I have very limited interactions with high level women. But of all the women that I've seen, you know, work their magic in the world, and all the ones that I've interacted with and been in romantic situations with, just they don't. They're just exhausting. They're confusing. I can't. The only thing you can do with them is just like not interact with it. You know what I mean? Just just completely see that all of that is just chaos. All of that is just meant to, like, if you interact with it for a moment, like, you'll just get crisscrossed and again and again and just weaved into a knot, and then another knot, and then quantum knots, and then you'll just get ripped apart, and then you'll just get, you know, put in rows and then knots again and then circled and all this stuff, and you know, you're in different dimensions before you know it, and you don't even exist at a certain point. That's where she'll have your mind. And it's like, you can't think that I think the whole point of women is to show us that, like, there is no point to them. Like, they don't, that's the whole idea of trying to figure women out. Oh, we just have to figure them out. What is female nature? Why do we care? What if the whole point is to just not even care about it? That's actually what they want. The whole point is to not care about it because it don't make any sense. It don't make sense, bro. And the more you try to understand and the more you try to figure them out, the more you're running around scrambling, trying to be the perfect man, or do this or do that, or think that women are like this, or think that they're like that, or all this stuff. That's exactly what they want. That's how you lose yourself. That's how you lose your power. That's how you lose their attraction in the first place. Is they now see that, like, how it's like, how did you get bought into this? Don't you see that you're not even supposed to care? And yet no women will ever say this. They'll never say this because that would be against the simulation. That would go against the code of the simulation. It would be complete. It would crash the matrix. You know, it just the world would spontaneously implode if women actually admitted this. But here's the thing, though. I don't think that they even know themselves. That's how confused they are. Look at me trying, bruh. Isn't it ironic that, like, I'm still trying, even in this, still trying to put forth theories of, like, what do women actually want? They want you to not care what they want. It's still thinking. It's not lost on me. See how deep this goes? See how we just can't escape it? Man, it's just poetic. But everything else is exhausting. I only have the capacity for what feels like set, ordered, peaceful, rational, logical, like, just, you know. And in the moment I start to feel like any sort of from a woman, I'm like, no. Like, no, what is that? What is that? You're trying to fuck up my life. You're trying to fuck with me. You feel me? I don't know if that makes any sense, bro, but, like, That's why I really have a hard time just thinking that I'll ever, like a woman will ever, what would I need her for? You know, you're gonna be a nuisance. Like what I'm saying is, women today, I don't think they're even close. Like they're not there. Like they're not what I think women should be. Like they're still just very like they're a product of the times, and they think like men should be a certain way, and they're still thinking in like, I think, very feminized ways and stuff. And look, I'm just a dude who's letting his balls fill and being sober and just, driving a truck, pulling stuff upstairs. Like I'm just, living in a basement. I'm just a no-name dude. But I don't, these women don't seem right to me. This whole thing don't seem right to me. This whole dynamic just don't seem right to me. It just seems weird. It seems weird. It seems off. And I'm just like, I'm gonna wait until things seem right again. You know what I mean? Does that make sense? You wait it out, and you just let your balls fill and just become more and more masculine, and maybe some of these women will start to like just acquiesce, just change a bit. And then maybe things start to change. I don't know. Because it don't seem right. It seemed like I have to why should I have to think about it? Why should I have to care about it? Because that's never done anybody any good. I feel like the more you care and the more you think about what women want, like the worse it gets. Even if you're even if it's coming from like an alpha male place, like, oh yeah, this is what you do to gain their attraction and keep their attraction and all this stuff. I mean, most of those women are just damaged. They got daddy issues anyway. They're just attracted to like toxic stuff. Maybe that's the problem. Maybe there's like, 70 actually healthy women out there that are capable of real, genuine, like, I don't know, healthy love. I don't know. It's just weird. It's just weird. All I'm saying is, I don't know about this whole caring about what they want thing. It just don't seem like what I should just care about myself, live my life. Why do I even need a woman? Like if I need to care about like all these things that you need and want and all these requirements, why would I want a person like that in my life? If that was a dude, bro, think about it. Any dude who comes across and has all the requirements of a woman, alpha male channels making all these conversations, all these videos about all this content about, what your guy friends want, how to keep guy friends, how to make sure that you have a bro, that you keep your bro. Bro, I tell you what, none of us would have friends anymore. We'd all just be like, fuck those dudes. They're fucking gay. I ain't doing all that. I ain't doing shit. All these requirements that you have, who the fuck do you think you are? I don't need you in my life. I got fucking Chris in a wheelchair down the street. His mom cooks fucking hella good oatmeal cookies, and he's just chill. He's a good dude. I'ma just chill with it. He's my bro, dude. He don't want nothing from me. You see what I mean? Like, but when it's women, when it comes to women, like, oh, we're suddenly fine with all these requirements that they have, all these things that they want. Bro, you should just look at them like you would any other human being on the face of the planet and just be like, what are all these requirements? Y'all can go fuck yourselves with all that. Like, who, what, how, what? No, 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 no. I'm good. Until women change and they are like, maybe I'll be waiting for the rest of my life. Maybe dudes are supposed to get, maybe this is the whole thing. Like you're just supposed to come here, you're supposed to come to Earth and just like get sucked into this like, oh, like what, oh, there's a female. Okay, they're different from me. They're different from a male. Oh, what do they want? Okay, let me just think about this for the rest of my life. Oh, how to make a woman happy. Oh, what do they want? Blah, 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 blah. Oh yeah, I'm a successful man because I made a hot woman happy and I had her kids. Blah 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 blah. Like what? Is that why we were put here, bro? That just seems stupid, man. Um, anyway, this video is long enough. That's it. That's it.